What's up, folks? Thanks for stopping back here. Said I was going to do a little video on water. Some good tricks I use. Some things you may know, some you may not know. Some you can use, some you can't use. You know, water is as important as it gets and not worth screwing around with, because sometimes it's just you can have better or the same thing for the same money or less money. So sometimes it's just a choice you make. This moose here is my Mega Home water distiller. Makes about a gallon of water. Comes out like drip, 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 drip. Takes about 6 hours to make one of these batches here. So I can make about 2 or 3 in a day if I start early. And then not have to make water again for another couple days. But what I do is I got a nice big jug here I got from Sam's Club that holds about 2.5 gallons of water. That's my main room temperature water. Because I'm cheap, I got this zero, what is this called? Zero water filter that takes the total dissolved solids down to 0. But there's still going to be fluoride and other things in there that's not going to remove. Your distiller is going to take out anything and everything. So that one I use mainly for like washing vegetables, washing fruits, cooking pasta, stuff like that, because I'm too cheap to keep running this all day long. But this moose here, the company said it should last 10 years. Works like a workhorse. I'm usually afraid about leaving things plugged in when I leave or go to sleep. I'm not really worried about this. It's a good machine. Made in, I believe, South Korea. Small company. And, you know, they show the company and the people that work there. It's a small company and they put out a good product. There's a lot of knockoffs like this that look just like it. It's not the same thing. This is Mega Home by a company called NutriTeam. That's the main distributor, and they also do servicing and all of that good stuff. So I got this on Amazon through NutriTeam, which is the best way to do it. You can go just through NutriTeam's website, but if you do it on Amazon as well, you got Amazon's security and backup as well as NutriTeam's. So, and then if you use a credit card where you can get 1% back, that's always good as well. But this guy was about $200. They do sell like a stainless steel design model. That's just a design. It's not necessary. This is metal. This is plastic, and very low maintenance. So that's my room temperature water. Then I keep cold water. Cold water in the refrigerator. This guy here. This guy here has Shungite in it. Silver Shungite, regular Shungite, and the purple chunk of amethyst sitting in there. Here's what silver Shungite looks like. Very shiny, very lightweight. It's a mineral from Russia, not necessarily a crystal, but it's a mineraloid. It's been used since the times of Alexander the Great, who supposedly used it back in the day to filter water for his troops. This is the regular grade Shungite. The main difference is the silver has a very high carbon content. This has a lower carbon content. They both conduct electricity. They both have these things in it called fullerenes, which is a very special molecule that very few minerals have, and it works to actually absorb toxins and things like that. And there's actually studies put out on it, mainly studied in Russia, where it's from. I'll see if I can link that study. But a lot of people are putting Shungite in their water. It makes it taste great, I'll tell you that. They sell Shungite shower heads now. They're making Shungite tiled rooms, because Shungite also has anti-EMF properties. And a lot of people are getting hip to Shungite. If you do get the silver Shungite, it's a lot more expensive. You pretty much got to pinch it, because occasionally there's fractures in there. You want to make sure there's no fracture, because there is some dirt attached to it. You want to rinse your Shungite good, make sure there's no crevices where there's dirt in there. So if it fractures, there's dirt in there. This Shungite, lower grade, it's got dust all over it, makes your hands black. Still works, you know, still just the basic grade, still good stuff. You get what you can afford, what you can work with. It's actually from a region in Russia that's known famously for its spas, and it's for its springs and whatnot. It's supposed to be healing waters over there in that respect. So you could put this directly in your water as long as you rinse it totally clean. Make sure there's no dust. You may have to rinse it 5 times. And Then after that, you recommend, I put about 100 grams to a gallon. And once you wash it, you can put it in the sun, let it sun charge. Some people let it sun charge. They take it out, do it every couple months or so, give it another sun charge, put it back in their water. That's all good to do. Then you got stuff here like Orgone. This is a mixture of crystals and metals, and energy comes off it. Energy goes into it, gets restructured, and then comes back out of it, basically. So the metals attract the energy, and then the crystals help restructure it and push it back out. So there's something like a puck here, which you could take your glass, put your glass on, let it sit overnight, whatever you want to do with it. Are we in the shot? There we are. We're in the shot. You can get something huge like this. This is a huge coaster. You can get smaller coasters. This has actually a copper coil in it that helps direct the energy straight up through the device and through your water, and it helps restructure your water. Because right now we got antennas on top of the water towers that are restructuring your water with EMF, and surely it's not in a healthy fashion. I've actually taken a picture. I do have a video on the channel, but that's what Orgone looks like. That's sat on top of one of these tower busters, a small one. You could see the vortex running right through the center. And that was just put on top of the Orgone and put in the freezer. And it froze, showing the energy coming right through in that vortex, which is beautiful. When you do the distilling, you're pretty much taking everything out. You're taking your minerals out, you're taking everything out, your fluoride, all of that good stuff. So you are going to want to put it back in. Some people get mineral stones. You know, I don't know how you can tell when those are not good anymore. Some people use sea salt. I really don't want anything from the ocean at this point. The ocean is the world's dumping ground. So I'd go with the Himalayan salt up from the mountains. And, you know, you just put enough in to where you really don't taste it. If you start to taste the salt, then you're putting too much. You know, gives you a little flavor, little minerals back in there, good minerals. On top of the Shungite, the water, this is the best water I've ever had. And I put my friend up on the same combination and he agrees. So, you know, like I said, this takes out everything. I've looked at the Big Berkey's filter, which is you just put the water in, it filters through. Doesn't filter out fluoride. If you want the fluoride to come out, you got to get a special attachment for that. And it filters the fluoride out using aluminum. And if you look in the Big Berkey's website, you go to the Q&A, you'll see people asking that question. So I don't want aluminum coming back in there, even though they said it's such a microscopic amount, it's not going to affect your health. We all probably have enough metal in us where we don't need anything else. So to me, this is the best route to go because you're just starting with clean water, you know. And then once you use the water, you want to be working with glass after you're going to do something, you know. You want to take it with you. You want to be using glass, or if you use coffee cups, you want to use, you know, stainless steel inside. Enough with the plastic. You know, all of these plastics leach. They determine even the water bottles are leaching, and they thought the bottle was safe, but now it's coming from the cap. There's microplastic leaking from the cap, so you can't really trust what's going on. You got to just take it in your own hand, know you got good stuff going on. Even my coffee, I got rid of the plastic coffee maker, glass and metal. You put your coffee in the top, your hot water over top, and you're good to go. No plastic leaching into your coffee. You know, it's not necessary. We're getting enough toxins from every direction. We don't need to add any damn more. So, let's see. I mean, you can go even further if you want to mess with the pH and see if that's all proper. I don't go that far. I'm not a nut about it, but I just want to make sure, you know, I'm not drinking what they're trying to serve us. That's the first step. If you're one step above what they're giving the regular public, then you're going to be a little better health-wise because they don't expect a lot of people to take these steps. And that's pretty much it, folks. You got any questions, leave them down below. And maybe we'll come back and update this at some point. But we're going to do something on frequencies coming up. A little quickie on pharmaceuticals too. And hopefully you enjoyed. Thank you.